Hey everyone, and welcome to week 3 of our course. I want to just go over a few things that are happening this week and point out some stuff to you. I've been enjoying getting to know you all a little bit through your initial online parlors, and I look forward to hear what you have to say more about our book, Digital Minimalism, this week. So if we go here, let's get to our week 3 by navigating from our home page. And then I'm going to click on the week 3 overview. Okay, so you're going to read almost all of Digital Minimalism, nearly finish it this week, and we'll go through another cycle of online parlors, synthesis, and the talkbacks, as well as a reading response, which I'll explain in a minute. So we're going to have our first round of students doing a synthesis, and if you signed up for this date, you will be going on this date. So not everybody will do this. So if you signed up for it, you will have this assigned to you and it should show up on your to-do list. If you did not sign up for a synthesis date, I signed you up for one, and that will just be assigned to you. Okay, so when your time is up for it, it will show up to you in your to-do list. So when it is your turn, you're going to watch this tutorial and then follow these instructions. You can look at the one that I did for our first online parlor synthesis as an example. Okay, and so you'll submit that. And then your classmates will respond to that in the talk back on Thursday. Okay, so you can see this 3-part cycle of you have a online parlor, you have some students that look at that online parlor and synthesize what they see, common themes that they're noticing across their classmates' comments, and then you have another comment on that issue when you do the online talkback, and then you start it over again with another online parlor for Thursday. So our third online parlor. So you're also going to do a reading response. So this is different than an online parlor in that it's not a discussion board. Instead, it's just me that sees it. And we're doing this just because there isn't enough time to fit it into the online parlor cycle, and it's just another way of responding to the book a little bit differently that's not as public as the online parlors. So the reading response is also, you want to try to write about 300 words, at least 300 words in response to the questions. And I have that 300 word word count because not just to have it be busy work for you, but because if you are not writing enough, you're not going into enough detail, showing enough examples from the text. So that word minimum forces you to really engage more with the chapters that you're reading. Okay, so if you can't think of anything to write, if you're to get to that 300 word count, I suggest that you go back and look for a quote that you can discuss, include that quote and talk about why it stood out to you. Or talk about something that you are noticing that Newport says that you're noticing show up in your own experience, whether of college, personal experiences, etc. So try to talk as specifically as you can again about certain points that he's making in the chapter. Okay. And then on Sunday, you have another studio where you will be annotating your recomposing book. So the recomposing book, the one that's called Recomposing, a journal for writers by writers, is our studio book. So we use that mainly for studios. I know some of you are still waiting for it to come in, and hopefully if you're one of those people, you have already contacted me. But I know the bookstore is supposed to get them in on Monday, so hopefully this will all get straightened out. But you're using that again to look at a couple more articles in Recomposing and doing some annotations as well as reading about annotating. Okay, so after this week, as you know, we have a spring break already. And I believe that's week 4 here. Yes. So I will not post a video for that week, but I will post another one for you in our week 5 overview announcement that I send out. So if I don't communicate with you before then, I hope you all have a great early spring break. Okay, so please let me know if you have any questions. People have been doing a good job posting to the Ask the Professor forum on our homepage. This is a great resource. If you haven't already, please make sure that you have clicked subscribe so that you get emails about any questions, because if someone else has a question, you may have the same one. All right, so that's it for this week. And again, please contact me if you have any questions.